Kitchens, former Cleveland Browns head coach, he was talking about Baker Mayfield and how Baker Mayfield had to go through the coaching carousel and the injuries in his time in Cleveland.
Baker Mayfield, clearly the narrative surrounding his career thus far has been he's worked with a lot of different head coaches, a lot of different offensive coordinators, and it was well documented, played with a partially torn labrum last season. How much of an impact do you think both of those factors have had on his career thus far?
I think it's definitely a factor when you start talking about different voices, different systems, different beliefs, philosophies, all that, all those sorts of things. Playing quarterback is kind of like you have to have the same vision, and everything is your head coach and your coordinators. And when that vision sometimes changes, it's definitely a detriment.
And to talk about this, we bring in Casey Kinnamon of Dog Pound Daily. And Casey, I know it was a factor when it came to Baker Mayfield, but at a certain point, something's got to give when it comes to Baker Mayfield. I think that's why we saw the move to Carolina and the move for Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, absolutely. It came to a breaking point. He had a lot of coordinators, he had a lot of different voices. He did have injuries, but that's this league. That's the man's league. That's the NFL. There's going to be things that happen. Can you adapt and overcome? And if you can't, you need to take yourself off the field. Physically, there was a point last year where he should have just said, "No, Moss, I can't do it. I'm hurting this team," and he refused to. He bet on himself, and ultimately, as far as his future in Cleveland, he lost. And it was time. He was done at the organization. The organization was done with him. I think it could have been handled better from both sides, but it is what it is. So. It's a new start now. He gets to go to Carolina and try to prove himself all over again, which, good for him. I think he's going to try to make the most out of the opportunity. But at the end of the day, the Browns have to do what's best for them. And what was best for them was moving on from Baker Mayfield.